Let's
go.
Live with the Woodlog Roll!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Peace and blessings. It is your boy, Eli Rax, aka Vibes, and welcome to New York Revival, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. And I'm here with my brothers, man. You guys know who they are. And that's Mr. Glass Half Full, and that's Speed the Genius. And of course, I'm here with my brother El Jefe, aka White Jersey, aka Blue Jersey, aka Yo Shefe. What did you do, huh?
Hey.
There you go, Shefe. And shout out to you. Yes, you. You ran into the bathroom.
Gotta be ready for the show.
Gotta be ready. Shout out to you, the revivalists in the chat. Please hit that thumbs up, share and subscribe. We do appreciate all the support. Guys, thank you for spending your morning with us. I don't know, over there is a little bit, I think it's an hour early. So
What we got? It's almost 11 o'clock by you guys.
So thank you for spending your morning with us, man. So wanted to touch bases and get live with you guys and just talk about the overall experience out here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. But first, I just want to say that the hospitality of the people out here in Wisconsin was absolutely amazing. It was a 10. You know how New York and New Jersey were assholes or rude, we don't talk to each other. In Wisconsin, these guys were like 10s, man.
They're
like,
way nicer.
They're way nicer out here. You know what I mean? But guys, overall, what do you think of the Wisconsinites? I don't know what they are.
Yeah, the Midwest folk, they
Wisconsinians?
Yes, the Wisconsins. The Wisconsinites.
Wisconsinites.
No, this is a great place. 200,000 people amassed into this little Green Bay town. But it was so cool watching the homey feel of it, the nice people around, like everybody was genuine with us, and I would come back again in a heartbeat. I love this place. It's great.
Yes, first of all, welcome to the Super 8 studio.
Yes, the beautiful Super 8 studio.
Don't worry, there's definitely 3 beds in here. I know what you're thinking. But when we first got there, our goal was, let's go meet people. Let's go talk to people. And this thing was like an absolute music festival. Like, it was wild. They had bands in every corner, music from every direction, a real fun mess, just like a music festival is. And we threw on mics. We went and talked to fans of basically every team. So on the plane ride home, I'm going to try to cut that up and start to, and we just really funny interviews. It's so loud that bear with us on the audio.
Yeah. We're drinking a lot.
Yeah. May or may not have been screaming into the microphones. But either way, a phenomenal time. And then we could not believe that we were allowed to go where we went.
It was, the media room access was surreal. It felt like it was like one of those we made it moments. Yeah. But also, when we stepped in there, it was like you could hear a pin drop. Everybody was so hard at work, so dialed in on their computers. And here comes
we're coming
3
in,
amigos,
steamrolling from outside. Like, we got a Swift buzz on.
Yes,
we're going into this meeting room. We walk in like.
We walked into a library.
Everyone just stopped and looked at us.
Yeah, everybody stared at us. 3 dudes with a couple hoodies on.
They're in sport coats, and everyone's so serious. I'm like, what is everyone working?
Yeah.
I said to Eli, it feels like in school when everyone starts writing shit down. You're like, is there something due today?
Yeah. Listen, guys, we walk in there, and I have to tell you, first off, we kind of get a little emotional, right? Because we're like, man, such hard work finally pays off to come in here in the media room and to be something that we're trying to be a part of, and now we can officially say, hey, we're a part of, because we shook hands and kissed babies with a lot of reporters there. But what I mean, we walk in and it was just like, what the hell? This isn't party at all. You think it's a big celebration. Everybody got blazers on. Everybody's looking amazing. And I'm like, man, did we underdress in here?
Yeah,
but
it felt a little weird.
It did, but we don't regret that decision at all, because why? We wanted to be us in that situation. So no matter how high we get, we was like, nah, we're going to be us. We're not going to lose us in this process. So we just want all revival geared out. But what an incredible experience to actually sit there and speak to other people from all over the globe, basically.
It was nuts.
To cover the draft and et cetera. Yeah, people podding there live and et cetera. But we could have did that, but we wanted to go out there and touch the people. So we went and touched the people. We went out there and got some live information from the fans all over Green Bay. Not only Giants fans, Packers fans, Steelers, Steelers fans, Bears fans, Commanders fans,
Colts,
all
Jaguar. We found a Jaguar.
the Jaguar, which is a funny skit coming out.
Wait
for it. But overall, the experience, man, like you can't trade this for the world, guys.
Yeah.
Like I just can't wait to do it again. Hopefully, we'll do this next year.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you guys can help us get here next year, or maybe some sponsors.
Yay! I don't know.
If you're in the chat, real quick, let us know if the stream is going better now. Believe it or not, the Super 8 Wi-Fi was not reliable.
Not the best.
So we're doing a hotspot. Just a quick show before we hit the road. So just give a thumbs up, C's, or somebody in the chat if you don't mind. Big Blue UK and Ireland was wearing your shirt the other day again. Love you guys. But this one moment like kind of changed things for us. And shout out to Madeline Burke. Madeline Burke, we said hi to when we got there, and she was giving us tips on what to do once you get into the press conference room, which we thought would have been slammed. Surprisingly, it wasn't that crazy, but she was like, you want to get up as close as you can. You got to be a little bit aggressive to get your questions in. And I got to say, like, credit to these guys. They kind of set the tone because we go in there. We had a seat, but I'm like, I see 3 seats over there. That got us a little bit closer and then led to, dapping up Abdul Carter for a second there, which was awesome. But Eli and Spiro, absolutely fearless in terms of just making this room our own. I would say Spiro went first. Asked Travis I know. But then Eli, like, this is behind, I don't know if we took a picture of it. Behind us was like 16 like massive cameras.
Yeah.
And it's like suits everywhere. And Eli's just like, oh, my man, listen up.
Yo.
And I was like, okay, we're going to take this room over.
I love it.
And then we were all just started standing up like, oh, Abdul over here.
Nobody else is standing up.
Nobody stood up.
Excuse me.
Sir. Yeah, you be quiet.
Yep.
Sir.
We commanded a room that the first time we ever walked into.
We didn't belong. Yeah.
Guys, we didn't belong, but we belong. You get what I'm saying? Like, thank God for Madeline Burke. Shout out to Madeline Burke. She literally showed us the ropes. She gave us, she came, she greeted us, and it was like, hey, guys, you got to go in there. This is the media room. This is where the draft picks are going to be. It's a free-for-all, right? She's like, you got to go in there and assert yourself a little bit and let the people know you're here. And literally, I was like, that's the plan, guys. Like, this is us unapologetically.
Yes.
We're going to go in there and we're going to do our thing. And literally, we were like, everyone was talking, Abdul, and we're standing up because what are you going to do? You're going to pay attention to the person that stands up in the room, right? Hey, Abdul, hey, blah, 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 blah. Hey, Travis, blah, 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 blah. Like, we didn't care at that point. We just wanted to get our moment there. And everyone, no lie, every time, it was weird because somebody in the restroom, I was like in the restroom, and I turned around to go wash my hands, and the dude is just staring. And I'm like, hey, man, how's everything? He's like, I just want to say I like the way y'all look. Like, I like the way the fit is. I like the way y'all coming in here and representing. And you already know if one person says that, the entire room thinks it. Like, we commanded the room. We walked like we belonged in there. People were looking at us like, holy shoot.
Eli's outfit was spot on. He's being humble. He was the one getting looks there. And what helped us in the press conference room is people were there from all over, like every city, every team. I think the New Jersey, New York attitude of well, fuck this.
Just gotta get in there.
Who's up in there? Who's like, hold up.
And once we realized that works, being a little bit more aggressive than the guy next to you, you've got multiple questions in
that was awesome. And
there was questions we didn't even record.
I know. I still have to ask Abdul Carter a question about being from Philly, and I was already standing up, and someone asked the question. And then I start sweating, and I'm like, I'm standing up, and I got nothing. I've been like, I have nothing to say. But I'm like, Abdul, we've been down for a while. Help us, please.
He's like, definitely I will. But God,
to C's question, so C's just said, hey, did we hear anything behind the scenes? And honestly, I was quite surprised that, back there, it's almost the same as if you were sitting at home. Like, the pics were I was seeing the pics on Twitter, much like we were at home. The people in the media room didn't know shit. Like, they were just as clueless as we were. We heard some rumors about things when they were happening. Like, there were a couple people like say, hey, hang around, but like nothing out of the ordinary. We didn't hear any rumors. Unfortunately, we had our ears to the ground, but nothing crazy, see. So, we were just in the dark as you guys.
You want to know something crazy? No one knows what's happening in real time unless you're outside on the stage, because we went outside on the stage. Of course, that news comes in a little bit quicker than on camera. So we got some of the news, and that's why you're able to see some of the reporters report before the television can pick it up, because you can go to the stage area. But you could read the room. Like, you could tell the Giants was going to trade back in, because the Giants media never left.
Yes.
And I remember saying it to Hef, and I was like, Hef, we're leaving. I said, but something's happening. I said, I have a feeling. So we contacted a source that we have, or a couple of sources, and they were like, yes, the Giants are trying to trade. But in the tail end, I was like, me and Speed were talking. I was like, no quarterback. Yeah, we're out of here. It's not. I don't think they're gonna. Trade.
Like, they don't need to.
They don't need to trade. Like, they need their guy. They don't need to trade out of that. We're out of here.
Yeah.
But as we're leaving, I'm like, Hef, the Giants are still here. Something's wrong. Like, something's happening. And Speed was waiting for us outside.
Because I had 2 beers in my hand.
Right? Because we couldn't go in there with alcohol beverages. So he had 2 beers in his hand. And no lie, we're looking at, as we're leaving, we're saying bye to everybody, the security that's there, and thanking them. The screen is out in the hallway. And it says, Giants on the clock. And we were like, oh, shit, where's Speed? Before we can even call, Spiro's running inside. Beer's gone. He chugged them away or something. And this big-ass beer.
Yeah, it's all boys.
Tall boys. And he just guzzles this, and he's in there. He's like, Giants is in there, and we run back in there, listen to the pick, talk to everybody, and I went right up to the Giants table, and I'm like, oh, y'all knew.
Y'all knew.
I was like, y'all knew, and they were like, I'm not confirming or denying.
Yeah.
I'm not even confirming or denying. I was like, y'all knew.
Fun. It was a fun.
So it was a great experience. That's the behind the scenes stuff that you guys, didn't know, and we didn't know about till we got there. But that's pretty cool stuff there. When you gotta read the room, they're not gonna tell you in this media world. They're never gonna reveal their hands, but you gotta read the room, and that's one thing I can say I'm probably good at. Is reading the damn room. But
I think one of the more wild things that happened, Spiro was finding everything out first, right? Like he was getting updates on his phone from like Schultz or somebody. Somebody was tweeting out. So then the Steelers were on the clock. We were expecting Shedeur Sanders maybe. So Speed's like, I want to go outside and get this live. He got a tweet or saw something, and then we ran outside to see it and the Steelers were on the clock and
right. That was crazy.
How is Schultz in the future?
I don't know what kind of sorcery is going on.
Dude, that was a trip.
Yeah. It was before they even so that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't even live. They don't even show it live before some of these guys are tweeting out the picks. So it's wild to see that. That's why I felt like we didn't really have way more insight than anybody else experiencing it live. Like, I saw it on the tweet before it even came out.
Yeah, like, so we originally planned on doing a live reaction, but live was not any advantage. Like, we knew we didn't want to send out something like not genuine.
Turn off your notifications. Turn off your notifications.
You got to enjoy that moment that you're in, because just turn off your notifications and enjoy the moment you're in, because I'm telling you, it will ruin everything.
But like most Giants fans, when something big happens, all your group texts go off. The tweets start going wild. And so you accidentally found out about Jaxson Dart. Eli was like, I'm just going to turn my phone off.
Oh! Yes. Want to know something funny? The entire media table that was there, at least these 2 people we were talking to, shout out to them. Awesome people. I think they were from the Pittsburgh, like Steelers, like covering them. But they was like, you got the message? And I'm like, no, I didn't get anything. I know they were trading back in, but you didn't get the message? I'm like, no, it's Jaxson Dart. I'm like, you son of a bitch!
Yeah, right.
Son of a bitch! And it was like, so I was like, I'm gonna ruin it for them too.
They started talking.
I was like, I'm gonna ruin it for them too.
I had it live.
I looked at the phone. She's like, I really like his tape. And I'm like, I already know who it is.
Yeah, I know. Come on.
I know what the reports are.
Shit.
It was great. Also, great. Listen, great behind the scenes stuff. When those type of moments, you want to do it again and again, because it's in the moment. And that's one thing, being behind the computer and doing this from your home it's so like this takes the cake.
Yes.
You cannot do it from behind your home and do a draft party. Like, I would never do it like that. I would just be like, hey, let's go to a media room and just feel the vibes. The buzz was just simply amazing. And I can't wait to do it again.
It was funny because when we walked in there, we went to the first table because we didn't know shit. We didn't even run looking at table sides. No. We ended up sitting at the college table. And, again, we had no clue. We're like laughing, having food, enjoying our time. We're like, wait a minute. We are in a complete wrong end of this thing.
The first instruction was you could sit at any table that doesn't have a sign.
Yeah.
Right. We walk in and we see like college prospects.
We
were like, this is perfect.
Well, here we are.
Let's set up shop, guys.
Right.
Here we are. Right. And we wound up moving, I think, to Radio Road, like in that little area. but it worked out, man. Listen, great behind the scenes stuff, guys. If I don't know how the hell NFL, thank you so much. Well, really, I'm not gonna say the person, but NFL, thank you so much.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. Thank you so much for making that experience great for us, man. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
I hope that we put the spin on it that you were expecting and hoping, because one thing we heard from different people, different angles, was like, can't wait to see how you guys cover it. Not like you could get the regular coverage from any channel and plenty of shows, but we really went there with just like, let's have fun. Like, let's just enjoy this experience and see how we could fit in.
Eli was talking to Travis Hunter about grits and meatloaf and chicken. Like, like that's the kind of shit that we did. We asked questions that we generally felt from our hearts and that are like us. And then the street interviews were just off the chain. We just it was mayhem, but we put our spin on everything. We weren't the tight, buttoned up media room guys, which is why it was so weird going into that media room as us. But we came in, everybody might have been turning their heads, but we left as like, hey, look at those guys. They were having a good time. We got no.
The room was better for it.
Yes, yes.
That room was a little stiff.
Yeah, we livened it up a little.
Some call it professional, but that's not.
That is not us. Listen, I think they kind of frowned us, like the first one, the Travis Hunter, where we was like, I think somebody asked him a great question, which we'll go through. I don't know if you want to go through it now, but I'll just talk about mine a little bit. He was like, yeah, I want to eat some cornbread or something. Yeah. And I was like, well, what's your size? That's a size. Like, what's your main? Is it, meatloaf? Is it fried chicken? And everybody's like, That's a silly question.
I was just going to say that was one of the highlights of the whole trip. I forget how that came up, but he mentioned something about food. And then someone went to ask another football question, and he was like, hold on.
We better go buy that.
What's your size?
I was like, what's your main, bro? Is it the meatloaf? Is it the, come on.
And then he got him going on like a 1 minute rant.
He had a 1 minute rant of what he has with his side. This is the food, but and but the another media was like laughing, but he answered it in like a minute long.
We got to tell him Speed's question because he had the best answer.
He had the best answer.
So
it was awesome.
I asked him, Travis Hunter, you're a great two-way guy, but Travis Hunter, the wide receiver, plays Travis Hunter, the defensive back. Who wins? And I'm expecting this big, long, elaborate, like thoughtful answer, and he goes, Travis Hunter. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay.
I was like, he's winning.
No, he's right. He's right. Travis Hunter's winning.
He was so charismatic and comfortable. And
Jaguars got a good one.
He was really awesome up there, like so comfortable. And I looked back from halfway through the media room and like, damn, imagine all these eyes and cameras and microphones on you. He's a kid. And he was just so poised and
he looked so calm
with it all and funny.
Yeah.
He was just so. Then as soon as he got off stage, he like did a little dance and he kept moving like. He was enjoying every second of it.
And then at one point, Travis and Shador was still obviously not being picked, and the Saints were coming up, and he's like, everybody's asking questions, shh. You want to hear that if Shador got picked? Shador didn't get picked. He's like, all right, you guys can go.
Yeah, imagine being like, was he?
Tell the media just say, hold up.
He just shushed. He just shushed the country so he could hear if his boy got drafted.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Humble dude, you know what I mean? Very humble dude, but very witty.
Yes.
Very smart, and like you said, charismatic. He controls the room. No matter what room he's in, he's controlling it.
And
for him to shush a room, right?
And Abdul Carter, he was cool. He was cool as smart and witty and fun as Travis Hunter was. Abdul Carter was just chill, cool, had his glasses on. Like he was just, very, very like. He's ready for the line.
I read a lot of reports. Some are saying that I helped him relax by high-fiving him on the way up to the stage. Because he was walking in a little like, but I was like,
you got this.
You got. We talked about that. We talked about it.
That was fire.
I'll post our full conversation.
Yeah. But what about, because if we didn't move to that side of the room, and you weren't on the outside of that particular row, that moment doesn't happen.
And I took my phone out only to get him passing by. I was like, is he going to come from this way? And you guys were there when Travis Hunter came in from the back, where that never would have happened, that interaction. But Abdul Carter happened to walk by, and I really just wanted to close the video. And I'm like, oh, fuck it. What's the worst?
I was like, you don't got to put it out.
Walks by.
No one
knows I took
nobody saw it.
Or I use the magic of editing and don't show how he left me stranded.
And he gave the pound. But not only that, man, we asked him some great questions, but he had a chain probably with a medallion that's like this big, and it was shining. I mean, his grill was shining, everything was shining. We asked him that Lawrence Taylor question, but I was like, and we didn't get this, unfortunately, because we were like, because the room was starting to die down, and then we're like, one more, and nobody was asking. I was like, yo, where'd you get the drip?
Yes.
And like, yo,
And then he lit up.
And
He's
he
like,
lit
finally,
up.
a good question.
Yeah, he lit up like, oh shoot, it's not a football related. Like that's the type of stuff we bring
Yes.
to an environment because you're just like, dude, like we're laid back, we're normal
Yeah,
people. Where'd you get the drip, man? He's shining. Like
Yeah.
he was just like, oh yeah, shout out to so and so, man. He hooked me up, man. Best in the business. And I was like, man, perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just so made him feel relaxed. He was so himself just with that question alone, and he got up and left after that.
Madeline was looking at us like a proud mama.
Yes,
she
she was.
gave us
She
advice beforehand. She probably didn't expect us to be that comfortable.
Oh yeah,
She was like, "You want to
She's
get
like,
up front? You want to be loud? You want to stand out? You want to make sure you get your question?" And we just took the room over.
Yeah.
Instead.
And she's like, look what I
And
did.
she was
now.
looking from the side. She was from the side. I see her just going, "These fucking guys."
Yeah.
These guys, they doing
These
it.
fucking guys. Shit, that's exactly what
She did. She was like, yo,
Uh,
they're doing it.
Came back. Just to answer your question about how big he looked, I say he looked. You know, he looked like an edge guy, right? He looked like an edge guy.
He was an edge
He could
guy.
use
He can use
a
some
couple of more pounds,
Yeah.
some more muscle, which is what the knock on him is. You know, he's going to have to put NFL weight on.
Right.
And but no, he looked the part. He looked the part from what we saw.
No, he definitely looked the part. He's tall.
Is he like 6'5"?
Yeah, he's. I think he's like the shade under that. Yeah, 6'3", 6'3".
Because I'll tell you what, somewhat related, Madeline Burke is very tall.
Oh
She's
yes,
tall.
yes,
And
she is.
you know, like when we met her, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I got
I was standing on my tippy toes.
And when
but
she interviewed him, he was still like way over
Yes,
her.
yes.
So I'm like,
it was
"Are
only
you
like
Yeah.
an inch or two. Like I was like, man, the kind of eye level.
Yeah.
Like Madeline Burke's pretty tall in person.
tall girl?"
Yeah, she's pretty tall in person. And I was like, man, she's like almost eye to eye with Abdul
Yeah.
Carter. So he's tall, but man,
So-
but he could use a little.
As you can tell, we didn't go too far into the draft picks right now. We wanted to share the experience with you. Tuesday night, we're going to have Pat Leonard on. We're going to go all the way in on the 2 draft picks, give our grades and feedback and all of that. Some mixed feelings about the trade back in, so we'll cover all of that. But let's be happy that we've got 2 new good players, 1 great player, 1 we'll see player.
We took a swing. We took a swing.
Yeah.
The swing was made on a quarterback. Whether that quarterback is good or bad, we don't know yet. But we can't say that we sat in the sidelines anymore.
Yep.
Which is is a positive in my opinion. But,
Laid that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, guys, we got a lot to talk about on Tuesday. Like Kev said, we got Pat Leonard coming in. Gonna break down the draft and nothing but the draft and also what's in these X streets and Giants community as well, man. We're gonna talk. Now the question is Pat Leonard gonna have another Pat Hanlon situation? or is this gonna be a good, it's gonna be a good show. But overall it's a good show, let's say that. So
Let's end with this. Cease has a question. What was the biggest surprise from behind the scenes?
Good question.
Damn, good question. Actually seeing the people you see on TV. I think that was like, wow, like these guys I see on NFL Network, ESPN, and they're at a salad bar getting food, and I'm like, oh shit, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to meet you.
And
And they were great.
They're just normal people.
Yeah. The complete normalcy of it, and again, my surprise was that they didn't know much else more than we did. Like they were just sitting there watching TV on the big screens. They weren't even outside, and they were reacting the same way everybody else was at home. Me, I thought like, hey, all these insiders they knew the pick like way beforehand, and they're just keeping on the deal. No, it's status quo in there. Nobody really knows anything like way more, and there's like fans like us reacting, media members like us reacting, like pumped up, go live on their stream and like have a good time. So nothing too nuts that I saw behind the scenes other than being able to rub elbows with some of the coolest people in the world, like that you see on TV, and them being completely normal.
Yeah, it just felt a little bit like a dream. Just the lights and the action, just being there. It felt like we didn't belong, but we acted like we did belong.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
the whole thing it was a dream. I don't know if it's going to hit me for a little bit that all of that happened.
And we're going to share it all with you guys. We're going to try and clip it up as quickly as possible and give it all to you guys, the experience, because it was an experience. It was an out-of-body experience at some time.
No, I will
right?
say the challenge was we went back and forth from the festival back to the media room like 6 times.
Yeah.
And so we would go out, pound a drink, get some interviews, and be like wild, and then be like,
Yep. Clear beep, right?
And so like you have to like, it was basically going from like
party to
Yeah.
And doing that,
That's
a handful of times was just kind of really funny. A funny part of like the experience.
That's so us.
Yeah,
like
it
we could be buttoned up when we need
Yo.
to, and then we also can't contain the party
Yeah,
animals
we are,
inside
we
of us.
are, we are.
You know what's so crazy? Like we're pounding drinks and then we're like, who got gum? Who got gum?
Yeah.
Like you know one can smell the alcohol and I'm sure we're reeking
And-
of alcohol at that point. Reeking.
By the end, it was like, oh, we just got one. We got to go back into the media room. Like right before security, I'm like, look.
Yeah.
And she said something.
In the guard, by the fifth time, I'm like, I forgot that I'm supposed to like probably not do that.
As I ran in on that quarterback pick, I put our beers next to a trash can, like a bunch of like college people, and I sprinted in. I had to get to scan your press pass. I was like, everyone's sprinting, and then I missed the scanner a couple times. So I'm like scanning like 6 times. It's just like it's chaos. Yeah. But we buttoned up. We didn't act.
No, it was
We didn't act stupid when we got in there. We're respectful. What an experience.
Yes.
Totally agree,
And
man.
thank you guys for sending this.
Yes, man. Salute to you guys. It's a big show Tuesday, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, guys, and this was definitely an awesome experience, man.
Yes,
God
sir.
willing, we do it again. So, and we'll go from there. Any other stuff here, guys? You want to cover before we go?
Wait, quick grade. Grade Lambeau, grade the Giants first round.
Lambeau is the mecca of football. Beautiful stadium.
Yeah.
Beautiful stadium. The people even better.
Yeah.
People
So
even
you
better.
want-
So
you
I
get
graded in there.
Okay. And what about Giants draft?
Hey.
Okay.
I'm going B+ on the draft.
Okay.
And I would say A+ on the event and everything. Not so much leaving the event, but
Oh yeah, that one we'll
I
talk
mean,
about
there's
that.
200,000 people there, and our plan was to get an Uber.
Where's the first
We
plan?
did it
Possible
wrong.
Broadway.
We did it wrong. But it's all right.
Mistakes were made. Lessons were learned. What are you gonna do?
Yes.
But obviously, phenomenal experience. Would do again.
Yes, would do. I give it a solid A for Green Bay for the whole experience around here. I'll say A- for what the Giants did. We don't know how obviously the quarterback's gonna work out, but they didn't give up a lot to get to that spot, and they took a swing. And Abdul is a premium blue chip player, one of the few in this draft. I'm excited. I'm happy. We're gonna talk more about it on Tuesday, though. Let's get a defensive tackle or guard, maybe a trench guy.
Yeah.
And let's solidify that with number 65, and let's see what the rest of the draft gives us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good times. Good shit.
We out. It's your boy Eli Rex, aka Bobs, Mr. Glass Half Full, El Jefe. Be out of here. Peace.
New York Revival, I'm in the building.
Let's go.
Live with the Woodward Roar!